Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Wednesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling tonight, man?
May the 4th be with you, my friend.
Ah, yes. I was wondering how long it was going to be before we got a Star Wars reference out of you. So right out of the gate.
I don't like to wait. I don't like to disappoint. So.
Everybody who bet the under, cash them checks.
And congratulations to Dusty Baker, first black coach to get to 2,000 dubs. Like that. A lot of those here in Cincinnati. A lot of those.
How amazing is it that Dusty gets to celebrate this milestone as the Reds go 3-20 to start the year? Like, just poetic justice on Dusty's part there.
Dusty's somewhere like, damn, y'all done fucked up the game. Wasn't like that when I was there.
I could have at least gotten you a first round playoff exit. Like, not
right.
This bullshit. So I don't know what you guys did.
Y'all ran me out of town for that, huh? Cool.
Mookie's here. How you feeling, Mook?
Oddly optimistic, but still fearful. Somehow on May the 4th night, where the 4th is strong in TQL Stadium, FC Cincinnati is up 1-0. Scored and got Toronto to get a red card to go down a man in the first 5 minutes. And shocker, the next 20 minutes has proceeded to be even play, even though we're up a man. So it's going to only go south. Stay tuned and watch to see how this plays out.
Mookie, rule in effect. You must speak in a British accent every FC Cincinnati update you give tonight.
Okay. The whole time, like once you said British accent, I was like, okay, what is a phrase I can say and be guaranteed to have a British accent to respond with? And I got nothing because everything it was in my head. Everything became Irish all of a sudden. I was like,
"That's what he said." It was great content of you just staring at the screen and then muttering,
trying to figure out what
like, that was the best joke
well. No, I'll do my damnedest, but it's
going to happen. Intern Christian back with us. How you feeling, man?
Rough. But I'm still here.
Is it because your boy Tannehill's in a precarious spot?
I do like that you're just sitting in the dark basement right now, like lights off. It's almost like your electricity got turned off, and you're
that one's usually on, but it's broken. So
he's in witness protection. Don't let him fool you.
Caesar is also here. Caesar, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man.
Boo.
Manchester City lost today. Fuck those
Boo.
guys. The Celtics won yesterday. Liverpool won yesterday. I'm feeling fucking amazing.
I don't know why you think it's a good thing that City lost, because you've clearly illustrated that you can take them head on. Wouldn't you rather see that familiar foe in the final?
No, not at all. No.
You are calling out. You want Real Madrid.
I want Madrid. I need revenge for 2018.
Mookie, this is soccer talk without a British accent. This is bull. You're gonna get muted.
He's mad at
Stop. Also hanging out with us tonight, we got a special guest in the Speakeasy. Good friend of the show, Cincinnati comedian. We're going to talk to him tonight about the Reds fan who wants the shit in the Toyota Tundra at Great American Ballpark. Billy DeVore. Billy, how's it going, man?
I'm good, man. I turned the Reds game on my second monitor over here, and I was like, before we started, I was like, oh, the Reds are winning. Well, that lead has been cut in half with the first batter, so awesome. I was like, there's hope. And then I was like, oh, yeah, Vladimir Gutierrez is on the bump. There isn't hope. I forgot.
They are so terrible. Oh, it's so bad.
What inning are we in here?
That was the first batter of the game. So we're in the bottom of the first. No outs.
I wasn't sure, but I thought that was the case. Thank you for the clarification. Appreciate it.
Oh, it's bad.
All right.
And then Are we sure the intern isn't in like a trap house? Because that's what it looks like. I'm just waiting for like a half-naked woman to walk by, like shaking and asking for rocks. Like that's.
Well, we're not going to say that won't happen, but he's at least smart enough to have the undergrads handle that kind of dirty stuff. Like Christian ain't no dummy.
Oh my gosh. All right. Listen, we got a ton to get to tonight. We are going to talk the aforementioned Reds fan who wants to poop in the Toyota Tundra. Scott has left the Zoom and he's yelling at his kids. So that's fun stuff to start. I also want to talk, Billy. I don't know if you saw the Harrison Bader play, but Harrison Bader may be my favorite player, and it's tough to say that about a Cardinal. We also have Christian is going to have to defend some Ryan Tannehill stuff tonight. We're going to talk a little bit NFL draft, maybe, and then later on, Scott's going to do that hockey. Before we do all that, let's talk about these beers that we were drinking. As always, we're going to rate our beers on the scale. Would you bang it? Let me get the sensual music to start playing here. Scott, what is in your mug, and would you bang it?
You missed my joke about Bader. I said I prefer his brother Master. Anyway.
Because of the implication.
I am drinking, it being the holiest of holy days here on May the 4th. I am drinking Bear Brewing Company's C3 IPA, a India Pale Ale. I don't know what the hell it is, but it has C3PO on the fucking can. So, I mean, I bought it specifically.
That is just chroma keying into the background. You can barely see it.
I know, but you can see through C3PO, and that's all that fucking matters. It's an IPA. I'd bang it because it's got C3PO on the can.
All right, good deal. Mookie, what do you...
Who was it last week you had that looked like Chewy, though, when you had...
Oh, that was when I had the party on Darth.
Oh, it was Garth. Yeah, all right.
Darth Algar.
Because I was about to be like, Scott, did you get a special package where it was like the May 4th package where it had all these characters? And I was like, oh, wait, that wasn't supposed to be Chewbacca last week.
But it was Darth.
But it was Darth.
Yeah.
Darth or Garth?
Darth Garth.
It was Garth dressed like Garth.
Yes.
Man, I was told there would be no social studies on this show, but tonight I am drinking Who You Calling Weiss Guy. Yeah, it's going to be a messy bang because, again, I'm never going to say no given the opportunity, but like this is a scenario where we're going to have to change the sheets right afterwards, and it's not going to be pretty.
We'll get the job done, but again, not when I'm going to go bragging to my boys about it. They're going to be like, hey, man. I'm like, yeah, whatever. They're like, oh, yeah? I'm like, yeah, okay.
Thanks for turning your mic on.
I was going to say thank you for finally checking the mic input. I appreciate it. It's so much better now.
I was fighting the camera, and I was unplugging things to plug them back in, and I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe if I unplug the microphone, then the camera will work, and I never switched back after that, so.
Awesome.
Can I still blame COVID? Has that window passed?
Sure. Christian doesn't have beer tonight. What are you drinking, Christian? You got anything?
No, I'm dry right now.
Oh,
oxygen.
That's a rough night, man. I'm sorry. Caesar, what are you drinking? Would you bang it?
I have my fridge today. I have Linen Ligel, Summer Shandy.
Wait a second. Hang on.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
What did you just say?
I don't know how to fucking say it.
Wow. And he wasn't even playing either.
Lennon Ligel, Lennon Schmeigel.
Caesar.
Lennon Lugal.
I'm
I don't know
gonna
if I can say this shit. I'm Mexican.
I'm gonna need you to pronounce that beer before we can go on. You need to pronounce the name of that brewery. It's Summer Shandy by
Linen. There's a Linen. It's Leinen. Linen.
Yeah.
Lugels.
Nope.
Lennon Lugels.
That's a better name.
I actually do like that better.
Is there a K in there anywhere?
Do you know cursive?
Is there Lennon Kegels? Is it
Lennon Kegel? I love it.
Lennon Kegels. Lennon Kegels.
Yeah, that's a Kugels.
I thought that was an I.
Yeah,
Lennon Kegels.
Lennon Kugels.
I'm gonna help you. You're much better. Leinen Kugels.
Leinen Kugel Summer Shandy.
Yeah,
Weiss beer with lemonade.
Yeah, I was gonna say now that we realize that's fair. Wait, what would you rate it? You'd fuck it?
Yeah, I would fuck it. It's the one beer I kind of buy.
You know what you'd do? You'd probably sundress it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, buddy.
Billy, what are you drinking tonight? Would you bang it?
Oh, I'm drinking a lemon LaCroix. Huh? And would I fuck it? Absolutely. I fuck it every day. It's my daily rider. So, and you can do it morning, afternoon, and night. So and it's versatile. You can put vodka, gin in it. Then it's just like, then it's just like anal. It's great.
I don't know
how we got there.
Like anal, but
He's about that jelly life then, huh? Not that PB.
Yeah, exactly. Billy goes jelly. Gabe says he's drinking Sun and Juice IPA from Maplewood Brewing Company. I dabble. That's a nice way to say, I'd put a finger in it or something.
Well, let's be honest. Gabe's a gentleman too. So.
Yeah, Gabe's definitely a gentleman. I'm drinking Four Noses El Jefe con Leche, an imperial stout. It's got coffee, vanilla, cinnamon, lactose. It's 7%. I feel like Robert Taylor up in this bitch. This is a fantastic brew.
I had that. I banged that 2 months ago. Thanks for your sloppy seconds, bro.
You could have just said Eskimo Brothers, but that works too.
Well done. Yeah, look at Mookie's face as he realizes what Scott just said there.
Oh, no, I knew the whole time, and then my brain froze because I was like, why is Scott thanking Mike for his sloppy seconds? Because clearly Scott was first.
Yeah, no, but I mean, we're Eskimo brothers. Like, it's cool.
We are Eskimo brothers.
Outside of the show, too.
That beer really is good. I'd fuck it again if I ever.
It is delicious.
I'd still use
Jared chimed in a little bit late. Bad Son's triple dubious, 12%, and so far this is a solid relationship. That sounds amazing. 12%.
It ain't boo up season, damn it.
Speaking of Eskimo Brothers, if you want to hear the Craft Brewed After Dark expose on that, check out our OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/craftbrewedsports, and we'll cover all the Eskimo situations.
Let's talk baseball.
Nice.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
All right. I love when people see that transition for the first time. That's my favorite.
It never gets old. Every time I see it, I giggle. And in the time that you showed that intro, the Reds are tied up 2-2.
Oh, God. Are they
and
at least
runner
in the
on
second?
first? No,
Nope,
still
the
bottom
first.
one, runner at first, one out. Now he's at 25 pitches. And Vladdy Gutierrez is looking like vintage Vladdy Gutierrez of this season.
Hey.
Billy, you're a big baseball guy. Plug your podcast real quick so that people know where they can hear you talk all things Reds baseball.
Yeah, so myself and other comedian Michael Kimbrell host a podcast called The New Nasty Boys. We're in the throes of our 4th season. You can catch us wherever you listen to podcasts, and then you can watch it on YouTube. Follow us at The New Nasty Boys on Instagram. I've been posting reels throughout the week of the highlights from each episode. So then you're like, oh, this seems fun. I'd sit down and watch these guys for an hour. So definitely check us out as we go through this tumultuous time as being Reds fans.
Dude, how are you dealing with this? Because you were like the biggest Reds fan. You've got a Sky Rosa tattoo. That's how big of a Reds fan you are.
Wait, say that one more time, but slower.
Do you know, Mookie? Do you know what a Sky Rosa is? Have you ever had this delectable ballpark treat?
I think so, but I don't want to say it out loud because when I'm wrong, you're going to make fun of me.
It's a Skyline chili dog, and it's wrapped with a slice of La Rosa's pizza, a Sky Rosa. It is.
I went the other way. I went La Rosa's on the bottom, and then like a 3-way on top, and then I
mean, I guess it's kind of similar. Anyways, Billy is
carb lover's option.
Yeah. I don't know why you turned my face at a 3-way when I put a cheese coney on a slice of pizza, and I'm like, amazing, draw it on my body, and then like 3-way. Oh no!
What kind of savage are you?
How are you dealing with this season, though, Billy? Like, how are you handling this? Because I'm not handling it too well. It's been a rough go.
This was a great time to go sober. So I was, it's been great. I've cut my booze intake by a 32nd. Not like a 30, the opposite, like a lot. And so I've been, and then all of a sudden, like I was sitting there like, I'm really, I'd go to a couple ball games, have maybe 7 beers too many, and be like, I wonder, I've phased out a little bit in the 8th inning. Now I'm like, I was like, I'm going to go to the ballpark. It's going to be a great season. And I'm like, I should just start drinking heavily again to forget all of this. This sucks. This fucking sucks. Here's my thing. I went into this thinking, okay, getting younger. These young arms are ready, especially Nick Lodolo, someone who is a college grad who was developed and ready to roll. Dear Mother of God, we're out of the inning. Thank God. And
And there's only 8 more to go.
Yay! And I was like, all right. I was like, all right, fine. Losing Wade Miley was okay because we lost him towards the end of the year. The guy is wildly inconsistent. I expected us to lose Tucker Barnhart. There's no reason to pay a backup catcher $10 million. And then moving Sonny Gray, I was like, all right, there's no way you hold on to that guy for an extra year when you have other spots that you could give to younger guys to develop. And then I was like, cool. All right, I'm fine with these moves. And I looked, and then all of a sudden the Eugenio Winker move happened, and I was like, fuck. You're like, you're losing a guy who's top 10 in weighted runs created plus, a guy who's top 10 in on base percentage, a guy who's top 10 in average. And I'm like, how are we going to fill this? And then you see it's being filled by Tommy, I got stabbed fam.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Tommy Pham got stabbed in October of 2020 after the Padres got eliminated from the expanded playoffs. He was walking out of a nightclub and got stabbed in the side, and the knife got ripped up in him. He had to get over 200 stitches. And he said in 2021 he wasn't 100%, and that, you know, he batted .212, but he still played. And then this year he's come back and it took him a minute to get warmed up, just like everybody else, because of the dead and ball era that we're living in. But
before we
that's no Jesse Winker.
Before we get too far detached,
Paul Pierce.
Yeah, did he deserve it?
Scott, you look so proud of yourself after that.
I was like, I'm just gonna drop this nuke and walk away.
So smug and proud of your Paul Pierce joke.
Kids are Googling. What the fuck is
hold on.
Paul Pierce
Hold
have
on.
to do
You
with
know what?
anything
Wait,
in
no,
this
hang
show?
on. You deserve it. You don't deserve it for the joke. You deserve it for the reaction.
Look away.
After the joke. I'm gonna say this and giggle to myself, and maybe I didn't even hear it.
I went full Stugatz with it.
Yeah, you did. You leaned all the way in.
Is he still on air?
I can figure out this Tommy Pham getting stabbed story. This whole conversation is going over his head. And
Yeah, but I want to talk
like,
this
who's
too.
Paul Pierce?
I mean, did he lose the series for him? Because shit gets real in California when it comes to baseball.
No, they were already eliminated.
All the time.
Right, but did he fuck up, and then that's why the dude stabbed him at the club?
I don't think so.
Yeah, if I remember that story, it was like just a random encounter, wasn't it? It had nothing to do with it wasn't like a scorned baseball.
See,
fan.
that's where I have a hard time with this. Because look, I'm all for exacting revenge on someone who costs you money in your books because they fucked up and lost the game. But random acts of violence are just not okay, people.
That's where Mookie draws the line.
That's where we draw the line.
It's a new segment here. Mookie draws the line.
Look, I don't have a lot of morals, but the few I possess are very clear and very clean to enforce.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
We get stabbed.
So
he got stabbed. I mean,
he got stabbed.
He got stabbed. He didn't get shot. I mean, Plaxico got shot and came back. What's his name? Blew his hand off, in Tampa, Pierre Paul. Yeah, and he's still playing at a Pro Bowl level. This motherfucker just got stabbed, and now all of a sudden he can't hit a baseball. Like, that shit ain't even hard to do in the first place.
Oh, man, only the hardest thing to do in sports. You're absolutely right. What a pussy.
Wait a second. We just found it. I have been waiting for an opening. No,
how many hits there are in a Major League Baseball season? Do you know how many times the ball gets hit?
I have been waiting for an opening since you claimed you could kick a 45-yard field goal, and
I did
terrifically.
And I did.
I've been waiting for an opening, and you just said baseballs are very easy to hit. So now I just need to find a Xavier baseball pitcher, and he is going to hurl fastballs at you, and you need to make contact.
A high school pitcher, even.
Yeah, I feel like probably like somebody in Pony League would give Mookie a run here.
Pony League?
I bet you could even hit a middle school slider, dog.
There's no way. There's
no way. No, I could pull off. No, because I still played ball in middle school.
When a 13-year-old fools Mookie with the circle change and he looks like a dumbass.
No, but my favorite parts can be when I charge the mound on him, smack him down, and then crack a beer open and be like, because I can do this and I can vote, bitch.
Yeah, but he has time. You're fucked. He just gets to grow up.
See, that's where the joke is, because again, 13 is when all of our lives end, because that's when you realize this is your peak. These are your best days where you can just go out, play ball for 8-10 hours a day, go home, eat a little dinner.
You're trying real hard to salvage this one, and I think you left it somewhere back there on the road. Like you started going down the road, and you were like, "Ah, shit, I gotta save this." 13 best years of your life.
I mean, Scott, honestly, think about it, because that's back when you had fun playing sports. It was
I played
so
with my
pure.
balls for hours at the age of 13.
Well, also that's I was going to get to that, but like, you didn't even let me get to the s'mores on the campfire part, so I could then get to rubbing on the couch and shit. Like, you got to let the story play out, man.
Moving on. No, we're not rubbing on couches. Nope. So, Billy, how's comedy going for you, man?
It's great. Glad to be here. It's wonderful. Comedy, it's back and it exists.
The last time we talked to you, it was in the middle of COVID. You said the clubs wouldn't get back open until there was a vaccine, and you were pretty much dead on that. Then you released an album during the pandemic when nobody was going to see comedy, which is a very bold strategy on your part. And now you're getting ready for a second album recording.
Eventually, the plan is at the end of the year, I'm going to do like not an album. I'm going to do like a half-hour video thing. I'm in the works of planning that and getting that all situated.
All right, listen. If
So,
you need
like,
a production company,
it's not an album. It's more of a multimedia experience.
Yeah, because you need me on different levels, baby.
Mm-hmm. You're going to get some of that
100%.
crypto, some of them QR codes up in this bitch. Like,
Yeah, well, actually, you won't be able to watch it. It's just a one-of-one NFT that I'm going to put out.
There you go. See? And if there's one thing I've learned, it doesn't have to have value. It just has to have hype. And Billy,
That's right.
You strike me as a guy that could build some hype.
I'm the hype machine. I hype myself up for this Red season, all full well knowing it was going to be dog shit. So, and now I'm still watching.
Dude, go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say I'm like blown away at how bad this really is this season, because I knew it was going to be bad. I did not know it was going to be historically bad. And it has gotten to the point that leads us to our first story of the night. There was a Reds fan that popped up on Reddit this week who posted Friday, May 6th, right? No, May 7th. What day? What Friday, May 6th? That's May 6th. At the Reds game. He plans to climb up the stacks, get to the Toyota Tundra that's on display, and take a shit in the back of it. And this man is my hero. Billy, you were, as soon as you saw the story, you were like, we should come on the show and talk about it. So, yeah, you were very excited to get to this story.
Yeah, I immediately messaged you after. What was so funny is Lee had to bail on the pod this week, so it was me and my wife, and so we ended up talking about it for a full half hour, and it was incredible. It was awesome because I think she loves talking about poop more than she loves me. So that's how you know it's true love.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Did we marry the same person? Because that sounds very familiar. That they could have a 60-minute conversation about their poops, but have no interest in your life or what's going on with you.
Yeah. Well,
my wife loves talking about shit with her sister. They're fucking weird. I'm like,
is this like wait? Is this like a women conspiracy thing? Like, do they all just love talking about shit, but they don't bring that out until like they've locked you in? And they're like, all right, so we're going to be talking a lot about feces, the consistency, the color, the smell, and the frequency. And I don't give a shit what you got going on, but you need to know about these things. And it's just my poop, but anyone that comes around us and has their genetics, we'll talk about their poop too.
Caesar's face is pretty priceless, right?
Yeah.
Caesar's
You
like, I'm
lost
never
me.
getting married. Fuck.
Caesar's like, I'm about to chug the rest of this Lenine and Logles, and I'm
Lennon
gonna
Line and Logles.
Lyndon Ligle.
Lyndon Ligle.
Lennon
I like
Kegels.
that.
Lyndon Lugles.
Lyndon Kegels.
But dude, we covered it and talked about like where we would shit in the ballpark. Like if it was up to you guys, okay, where would you shit at Great American Ballpark? You can't put it in the Toyota Tundra because that's already taken.
Are you talking actual toilets? Or are you talking about
not
just
in
like
the toilet to show
No.
pleasure for the team?
I
Where
would, but I
you-
would also like to talk about the toilets because I'd like recommendations.
Sure.
Because last time I was at the stadium, I made the wrong choice. We'll just say that.
I feel like I'd like to go in the power stacks, so that way when there's a strikeout and the fire shoots up, it would also shoot up my shit and just spray ashy shit all over the
Ooh.
fans that are sitting.
Can you
That's
imagine what it'd smell
exactly what I
like?
said.
I would do the warning track in left field and right field because I hate the dimensions at Great American Ballpark. I think they're shitty dimensions, and so yeah.
That's yeah.
You just want somebody to be trying to go rob that first row home run that's just to pop out in every other stadium and just be like, what the fuck did God damn it.
You're gonna
Shit
suffer
outta here.
through this. You're gonna suffer through this. This wouldn't be a home run in any other ballpark.
Scott, I just see you holding your ankles, just going like, "Oh, this isn't at the team. This is at the architect." Oh.
No, hold on, I gotta run over to the left field line. I gotta save some. These dimensions. Center field, they're fine, but left and right field, gotta fix it.
And Mike, I was thinking, like, where you shit in the tall stacks, which I dubbed hashtag poop stacks. If you were to go in there,
Naturally.
you know, if a flame is hot enough, it changes colors, whatever you're burning. It would be the first ever recorded brown flame. Like,
Cool. Oh,
So
you know
Boots-
what'd be even better though is you got to make sure you get Chipotle the night before and get like the corn salsa.
Oh, fucking need to order dinner.
Because then
Oh,
you get
man.
like those like little
Yeah.
explosions of color as it like
Sure.
brown flames straight up.
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
I need
look at
Skittles.
Wait, I do have. I think I've got my answer.
Wait.
I've rounded
If you
into
eat
it.
corn and it comes out of the stacks, is like popcorn then?
You could sell it as a collector's item.
Could it heat up enough to make?
Yeah. I'm just eating I'm eating uncooked popcorn kernels and just waiting.
But you
It's
got to
my
get the
kettle
movie-
cooked.
I think 2 years ago in LA, some lady got like a bucket of hot diarrhea like dumped all over her on the side of the street. Yeah, I mean,
Here
yeah.
comes Caesars with like something that's mildly tangential, but
I
even
know you.
worse
I
than
know
when
you
do it.
own this, but I feel like Caesar is taking this from you.
Wild card, bitches!
I'm honored.
The show,
I was on Twitter. and,
somebody
like,
had
my-
hot diarrhea shit poured on him.
I was on Twitter like my life science class, like my sophomore year, and I was on Twitter and I saw that
Oh,
lady in Los Angeles gets a bucket of hot shit thrown over her head. And I was like, wait, what the fuck?
That was not
Wait.
the headline.
No, are
No,
you
that wasn't the headline. I just summarized it. Okay.
Yeah,
I found
AP
it.
News posts hot diarrhea shit all over this fucking lady.
Serious.
Steaming hot feces all over LA woman.
A bucket of hot diarrhea was randomly poured on a woman by a homeless man. It was liquid, hot liquid, she said. I was soaked and it was coming off my eyelashes into my eyes.
Oh my god, Jared is 100% right. This show has
Yeah.
officially gone to shit.
Wait, are you
I don't
sure she
know.
wasn't walking under Dave Matthews' tour bus?
Oh,
no!
got him! Give him he earned the air horn. Hit the air horn.
You had to give me a minute. I had spit beer out onto my face. All right, so here I got a conspiracy theory about this. About
Wait,
this.
I don't get to say where I.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted by Caesar's hot poop story. I'm sorry.
I would wait. I would wait until Tom Brenneman had to get up to go refill his flask, and then I would shit right on his seat so he sat back down in it.
Well,
That
you'd
would
have to
be
travel to Mexico to
weird.
do that.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yes.
tough to
I was
do.
gonna say Tom Brenneman doesn't work for the Reds anymore, man. Keep up with the times, bro.
You guys all suck. Because yeah, I knew that, but that was the point.
Yeah, and then it's like the best time of your life, man. You can play ball all the way until the lights come on.
Right.
And that's a drive in a deep left center field.
I thought to myself, this is the best time of my life. I'm 13.
I got a conspiracy theory about this pooper. Here's my thinking on this one. This was the Castellini family leaking this out onto Reddit to get people to show up to the stadium because they were like, oh shit, we play the Pirates. There's going to be nobody there. What are we going to do? And one of their kids was like, I got an idea, and went on Reddit and posted that, and it's gone viral. Now people are going to show up at this game to see if the guy tries to climb up to get to the Tundra, because they don't show that on TV. They would cut away from that. They wouldn't mention it on the broadcast. You'd have to wait until later to find out on Twitter or whatever. People are going to show up at the stadium. This was the Castellinis going. They're playing 4D chess to get people into the stadium. My conspiracy theory.
You know what? I agree with you. And the Reds have one of the best marketing teams in the biz. So I wouldn't put it past them to come up with this.
Well, before we get into that, Mike, is the soundtrack playing? Because I can't hear the creepy music.
Yeah, it's playing.
But,
Was it too quiet?
Maybe.
Now I'm turning it down.
I mean, you're overcorrecting from the sexy "Would you bang your beard" music. I get it. But I look. Here's the thing: the Reds marketing team is clearly shit, because I just now today learned about the Skyline Rosa. How are you not putting that out there more often for me to be able to stumble across it?
It's grassroots, dude. It's not. They didn't come up with it.
Oh, so you're saying it's an off-menu item?
Yeah, it's two dudes that Justin Pater and then I forget the other guy's name, and then came up with it, and they would go eat it under the smokestacks, and then it has just gained traction over the past 10 years.
Okay, so much so that Billy got it tattooed on him.
Which I respect, then that makes it even better then. But also, honestly, Mike, I like your conspiracy theory, but where did you read this? On Reddit. Where would this eventually show up? Even if, oh, wait, can we get a one shot?
Look at that. It's the coney wrapped in pizza, and it's tattooed on this man's arm.
Look how happy it is, too.
Here, let me give you the solo shot, Billy.
There it is. Oh, boy. Oh, that's brilliant artwork.
That's one happy-ass dong.
Yeah, it is. I figured I'm going to lose my feet to diabetes, but I won't lose my arm. So
that's a really
that'll stay forever.
Is the Sky Rosa a sandwich, though?
Oh,
God damn it. Nope.
No, because the pizza doesn't fully encapsulate. Because here's the other problem with that one.
Add it to the list.
It's a taco within a taco.
Well, because Sky because La Rosa's pizza, they don't cut it that way. That makes it easily foldable over the entire coney.
At the ballpark, it's just a typical slice. It's not a square.
Just like a New York style.
Yeah, big old floppy slice of pizza.
I love floppy slice. But the problem is, Mike, as much as I like to believe in conspiracy theories, like how aliens control our brains through microscopic robots, this one's completely false, because we all know all there has to be is 5 people at that game who will put this shit up on Twitter, Reddit, and other places. We don't have to waste our time to go see it. We'll have people filming it on the spot.
Here's why I say that, though. He invited people. At the end of the post, he said, if you want to join me, meet me under the power stacks in the 4th inning. He's inviting people to join in, and the only way you can join in is with the ticket. Scott, was this Phil Castellini's kids' master plan to get more people in the seats?
Username Castellini's aren't so bad. Cake Day 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Everything about that checks out. on Red's Reddit. Hey, fellow fans, I don't think that this. Well, you know what we should do is we should come hang out at the Reds game. Hey, everybody, meet me at the Reds game. We'll buy some beers and we'll support the team. But fuck Castellini's, right? Am I right?
You've got Phil and Bob Castellini as the meme of hello, fellow kids.
Yes. Hello, fellow Reds fans. What's the haps?
Yeah.
Man, I really hated that Eugenio Suarez guy. Am I right?
Yeah, it's all written like "rawr" and
I'm
sorry.
It's all caps.
Well,
Old people love their all caps.
And the best part is it's all gonna fall apart because like the night before, late night, they're gonna post in response on one conversation. They'll be like, "Hey man, maybe we're giving him a hard time for the where you gonna go quote. Like he probably just misspoke and like hasn't been able to walk it back. Like maybe we're getting too into that, and then he'll be exposed as the fraud he is."
I love the idea that this story is so popular that there's been conversations in the front office at Great American Ballpark where they're like, so what do we do? Do we take the truck down? Like, do you think somebody's really going to try beef up security around the Tundra just in case somebody tries to shit in the truck bed? That's something that the front office of a Major League Baseball team had to talk about this week.
They definitely have to formulate a plan too because they're out here on the loudspeaker telling people they got to take bags off their heads.
Yeah, and are you telling me some 73-year-old retired GE engine tech is wearing a dumbass yellow button-up jacket's going to stop some 26-year-old who's got beer shits from getting up there? Not happening, dude. Not happening. Whatever they try to beef up, you just going to get the guy out from the POW chair and have him roll over and stand in front of it? Get the fuck out of here. This guy's not getting stopped. There's no way. This guy is going to be a hero. He's going to climb the mountain and turn it into the Toyota Tundra, and I can't wait.
And that's why
as a person, I just want that caveat out there. It might be Phil Castellini in disguise. We don't know.
I totally think
Look,
it's
again, that's why as much as I want to believe Mike saying the thing about them talking about this in the front office, the whole conversation, it was very brief because all it was, all right, real quick, before we get those tickets out for this weekend, you need to change that like fine print on the back of it to say they can't sue if they get hit by a baseball bat or a baseball, that they also can't sue if they fall off the Toyota Tundra truck or stack string to shit in something. And then we're not liable. And then just, keep everything else the same. What happens, happens. It'll be fine. If shit blows up, it's only going to be good for us on the PR front.
But you're also giving the front office too much credit. I don't think they know what Reddit is. They'll be like, oh, no, Reddit? Yeah, I read a book last night. It was pretty good. Like, that's not... Yeah, I mean, they couldn't even look up baseballreference.com or they would have signed Jesse Winker to an extension last year.
Who?
Oh,
who?
Shit.
You think they know the names of their players? No, it's just 32, 64.
Oh, there's a kid in a full Sith cloak at the Milwaukee Brewers game in the front row on the first baseline. They just zoomed in on him.
It's just as bad at the FC game right now. And
excuse you.
You heard
bad.
Me. Just as bad. Oh, it's terrible.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just talk FC Cincinnati without using a British accent? You son of a bitch.
Hey, mate, it is what it is. I try.
What was that? Whoa! That was everything Mike hoped for. That was everything Mike hoped for right there.
That was the Long Island iced tea of accents. It was like everything mixed together.
Yeah, and we've been building up for 38 minutes to get there. So let me just.
I've never heard Scotch Australian before, but here we are. Oh shit! All right. By the way, Tyson chiming in saying I had the Skyrosa. It wasn't bad.
Everybody that has ever said that they've had one said it was either not bad or that it was actually pretty good.
You don't
know, but see, that doesn't make sense.
It goes together so well. It's amazing. It's amazing.
But that's the feedback I would expect. I wouldn't expect it's not bad. I would expect, holy shit, this was amazing and life-changing.
That's true. It doesn't seem like one of those that you can be in the middle on. You either have to really like it or really hate it. So it is a weird take to just be like, it was food. I was okay with that.
Look, I frequently eat pizza and hot dogs, just like one in one hand, one in the other. So, I mean, it wasn't that far from me.
Speaking of eating things, Mike, I feel like you got to give Tyson this other comment. I feel like I deserve it.
Where are you going to go? Mookie's mouth.
Love you, Tyson. Missed you last week.
All right. I want to talk.
Where is Robert Taylor? Have we confirmed he's okay after the Chiefs draft? Like something happened out of all that? Like,
oh man. All right, we'll talk draft here in a minute, Mookie. Hold the Robert Taylor slander for a little bit.
Oh, I just want to make sure he's okay. That's all.
Oh,
Is
you
Skyline
can
Chili
sprinkle
even
some Robert
good?
Taylor slander throughout the show.
Okay, wait, hold on. Say that again, Caesar.
It's because, like, as a Cincinnati outsider,
No. Rewind. Just say it again
I'm
a little
gonna
bit.
say it again. Is Skyline Chili even good, or is that shit just like a marketing tool for like the people to visit the city or some shit?
No, it's good.
It is, yeah. And if that is a marketing tool for the city, like that's pathetic.
Christian, don't
but-
give that look. You're giving a look like you got a hot take about Skyline Chili.
It looks nasty.
You
I'm
are
not gonna
the-
lie to you.
I don't think it could be that good.
Yeah,
But you've never had it.
Have you ever had a chili dog?
yeah, and a free
Look,
pie.
if
Okay,
it makes
so-
it to the finals, it's undefeated.
Wait, hold on, Christian. You've never had a chili dog at all,
Anything
ever?
less than Final
Anywhere?
Four for Skyline
dogs
Chili is a
Or
disgrace.
not a thing in Rhode Island.
Not even Sonic. You don't have Sonic?
Like I was just gonna say,
Yeah, but
Respect.
why would I?
This-
I don't need
Caesar,
Sonic.
you make it so hard to like
Ugh.
you with this Liverpool bullshit.
It's because we're the fucking best.
Yeah, but like 9 times out of 10, I want to dap you up, and then you say something stupid about like that. Never.
So
Say it in
Skyline
the
Chili's
British
good.
accent, though.
Yep, British accent, you son of a bitch. You snuck in soccer talk without talking British.
Just do
Wow.
the stereotypical YouTube, in it, bruv, mod.
But I can't. I know I can't string them together.
He's
into
just got a
even,
better
like,
British
5-word
accent than you
sentence.
do, Drew.
Yeah,
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
There's just like this mental block thing.
All right, you're on timeout. You're muted until you can figure it out. Billy, let's talk pace of play, because I know Scott saw this a little bit. It was going around Twitter. There's a dude that got an automatic out in the minor league because he took too long to stand back in the box, and the umpire called a third strike on him without the pitcher having to throw a pitch. So I was like, what is this? Everybody was like tweeting about how terrible it is for the game of baseball and what an awful thing. So I read into it. There's a pitch clock that's 14 seconds if there's nobody on base. It's like 18 seconds if somebody is on base. But the batter has to be in the box ready for the pitch with 9 seconds to go. And this guy was not, so they called an automatic strike, and then it ended up being the third strike, and it was an out. Everybody hates this. I love it. I am all in favor of this. Minor league games are averaging 2 hours and 20 minutes this year. This is fucking gold. Let's go. Automatic strikes. It's the only chance the Reds have of winning a game.
Dude, I love this so much. Can you imagine this happening in a championship moment? Comes down to the final strike of the game. This game 7 of the World Series. That moment that every kid's played out in their backyard head. And then it ends on a fucking walk-off strikeout. But nobody swung a bat. No pitch was thrown. It's a walk-off. All of a sudden, the pitcher just throws up his glove. Catcher runs out to the mound. They're celebrating on no swing. Nothing. I would be so baseball. I would love every moment of it, especially if it happened to like the Mets. Could you imagine? The Mets are about to win the World Series. They have bases loaded. It's a 3-2 count, and it's a walk-off strikeout for the other team. The Mets lose.
Lindor didn't get in the box fast enough.
I would love it so much. I mean, I would hate that the Mets were in the World Series. That would mean the Braves weren't. But God, how gold would that be? It'd be so Mets too. So Mets.
Scott, would you trade Braves postseason success? Okay.
No. I would never trade anything the great that the Braves have done for anything. But in these alternate universes where I have to watch things happen that I dislike, funny moments sprinkled in.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say take it away. I was going to say, like, this season, if I told you right now, Scott, look, the Braves not going to win the World Series, but I guarantee you the Mets will lose like that. Would you sign off on that and be like, yeah, cool, whatever. We got our little LED World Series rings, whatever. It's fine. We'll get them next year.
I'll take my chances letting it play out and see if the Braves can pull it together and win it all.
All right, Tyson's got a hot take in the comments, but I want to see what Billy has to say about this pace of play, because Scott and I are on board for different reasons.
I am on board with putting the guys back in the box and having them. That's the time limit, and calling timeouts. That's the problem with the pace of play. Okay. And then the other problem with pace of play is great. These minor league games are going 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay. When it reaches the bigs, they still have to sell commercials. The problem with the game isn't the game. It is everything around it. The way that it is being covered, the way that it is being advertised. That's the problem. sell less commercials, build more billboards in the ballpark so that these guys can keep making billions upon billions of dollars and then cry poor, saying that they can't pay the players because they learned from capitalism to where the cut money is in labor because they're assholes. Okay.
Right.
And pitchers, dude, my friend Dr. Michael Son, who works for ProPlay AI, which he created this amazing technology for pitchers, did a study. It is going to cause more injuries in pitchers when you increase the speed in between pitches, because they're working their arm more. They're putting in more max effort in a shorter amount of time. So you're going to have a dip in the quality of pitching, and you're going to have a ton more injuries. And Ian Saris quoted him in The Athletic on it too. So it's
well, they were talking about it on
problem's going to be.
They were talking about an MLB radio earlier in the week, and the intriguing part for me was guys knowing that, hey, the pitcher can't throw over anymore because the timing, the time on the clock. So now they're able to time their stolen bases like to a D, and knowing, oh, hey, guy can't even throw over anymore. So it's going to change the strategy on that shit. Like, I'm here for all these little imperfections that this is going to create.
It's going to create chaos, and it's going to be like a freaking circus. It's like it's nuts.
Tyson says, I missed the top of the show, so I don't know who that guy is, referring to Billy, but I like his mullet. So, Billy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Killer mullet, man.
Thank you. I've been cultivating it. It's great. It started during the pandemic, then I was just like, I'm going to keep it.
Billy, do you have a name for your mullet?
I don't, actually.
That's disappointing.
I'm just saying, maybe consider that.
All right. Mookie, did you have something on pace of play? Because Tyson's got some hot takes here.
I did. I also had prepared a British accent when you.
Oh, please.
Nope. Nope. I already lost it. Sorry. I tried. Hold on.
We're not moving on until you do it. Let's go.
Shit. All right. Hold on.
Why do you have?
It's very simple to make sure that you can kind of pretend to be British, but you just gotta sort of forget that you know how to talk. And try to pretend to be refined.
Not bad. Not bad. I mean, listen, it wasn't good.
It was not good at all.
It was like trying to find the frequency on a radio station where you're just like, almost there. There it is. Nope, not quite.
And then Scott, and then eventually, like, you know what? I can deal with a little static. We'll just leave it here and deal with it.
Yeah. You're just like,
it's fucking good enough. It's good enough. I can hear the count.
It was not a British accent, but it was by far your best attempt that you've ever had.
I had a whole sentence planned too. I was like, I'm gonna hit these, and then the minute I came off mute, because I was like, I got this. Gone.
Wait, were you listening to something in a British accent so that you could get the vocals down?
How to do a British accent convincingly for American actors. Posted on YouTube by John Windsor Cunningham, who sounds very British with his explanation as he dives into the way that you should approach certain vowels.
I love that Mookie goes British, like the royal British, where like most people when they try to do British, they do like the Cockney, like
Hey,
poor
got
people.
that.
That's the cheap ass shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just the guy in the corner. This guy goes all the way up to the royalty.
Mookie's like, this is how the Queen would say it. So, all right, listen, let's fire up this grill because Tyson has some hot ass takes that we got to talk about here.
That's a good
he says, I know that baseball has tinkered with the idea of robot umpires, but hear me out. Robot pitchers using pitching machines. And then he said from there, it's not too far to go to replace every player with robots. Boom, I fixed baseball. Then give the robots steroids. I'm on board. This is great. Just steroided up robots, pitching to steroided up robots. Yes, I'm in. Sign me up. Sign me all
Yeah,
over.
that's the league Elon Musk is going to start.
I just don't understand how this is any different than Scott's MLB The Show 22 franchise.
Don't even get me started on MLB 22. I've put in at least 50 hours already.
Only
Scott,
50?
how long have you put in this week? Have you hit 50 hours this week yet?
Dude, I told you these kids are keeping me effing busy. These damn practices and games, and now my old ass getting out there for softball practice. Like, I ain't got no time for shit. And also, I haven't put a single minute in on 22 because I bought 21 in December on when it was $20.
Yeah,
so,
buddy. There you go. There you go.
I haven't put a single minute in on 22.
Look, St. Vincent de Paul and Salvation Army, they may go away, unfortunately, but thriftiness will always be there.
Hell yeah.
Now,
Truth.
Am I remembering correctly that both of you, Scott and Mike, are coaching athletic teams of some nature currently?
Yeah, I'm an assistant coach for the.
I was gonna say I'm an assistant coach.
So I'd love to hear your
bench
philosophies.
coach. I like to call myself the bench coach.
I actually was the bench coach in our first game.
Oh, it's a shitty job.
It felt like getting stuck at second base for coaching.
So what are your guys' philosophies? Give us some insight behind the curtain kind of peak stuff, that inside baseball, as they say.
I'll give you some of the advice I gave one of our players. Please stop crying or you need to go sit with your mother. That was the advice I gave in our last game. And that was to my own kid while he was battling. He started crying because he couldn't hit coach pitch, and we were gonna have to get out the tee. And he was like, "I don't want to hit out the tee." And I went, "Go right up to his face. You need to stop crying. You go sit with your mother."
That is a thing when you're coaching your own kids and they're being like the asshole kids. See, when the other kids are being the asshole, you're like, Jesus Christ, man! I gotta get these parents.
Come on, guys, sit down. Let's sit down. Come on, guys. Okay.
Yeah. When my kid is drawing in the dirt with the stick, or putting his glove on his head, or flipping his hat up in the air, I'm like, motherfucking Luke, cut that shit out, dude. During the game. He like everybody's out there lined up and they're trying to get the kid up to bat and everything, and they're doing t-ball because it's like 1 year behind, like they're on the border. So I just pulled them back one more year. So they're sitting there getting everything ready, and Luke starts doing something, and I just scream out, "Luke, if you don't cut it out, I'm gonna come out there and pull you off the field right now." Because dude just starts zoning out, man. And I'm like, I'm not gonna have my kid be the one that everybody's laughing at because he's doing something. Okay.
Mike, I love the fact that you let the wife come to the game, because they're like, nah, you don't need to see this shit. Like, we're gonna figure it out. Like, don't even worry about it unless you're bringing the snacks.
I almost whooped Jude's ass because he was standing there and my wife was standing behind home plate, and she was like, "Dude, get your hands back, your elbow up, get your elbow up." And it was the right advice to give. His elbow was dropping. He was gonna pop one up to the pitcher, probably.
Sure.
But she told him to get his elbow up, and he turned around and gave her the dirtiest look. And I was like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. You're going to die. Hit the fucking ball.
I really thought you were going to be like, but he was thinking about Power Rangers, and shit didn't happen. But yeah.
No, he turned around and he looked at, he dropped his hands and stared at. I was like, oh, this little dick.
So tell me that you beamed him with the next pitch.
I wasn't pitching. I'm the assistant coach. The head coach has to pitch. Our head coach he was throwing lasers though.
Please tell me you give him the sign at least.
Oh, it was
maybe he didn't.
He had a no hitter going through 3 innings. It was great.
Oh, and there it is. A brace for FC Cincinnati, now up 2-0 here in the 69th minute. You heard me right, sports fans.
You did it. That wasn't bad. You faded a little bit at the end.
Yeah, well, because I didn't know the actual. I couldn't see the thing because they had the goal scoring thing. I was like, I'm not sure what minute it is, but yeah. Billy, so 57th, FC Cincinnati up 2-0. After they went up 1-0, 3 minutes in, got a red card against Toronto, 4 minutes in, and just now they're adding their second goal on a questionable.
So if you tuned in for FC Cincinnati talk, which you didn't, there you go.
Yeah, all two of these people, we know they didn't.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's not good. Here's another Cincinnati sports update.
And there are the Reds.
What happened?
Rowdy Tellez just hit a grand slam. It's now 6-2 in the bottom of the third with no outs.
Hold on, Billy. Hold on.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
About sums it up, right?
Yeah.
I hope the Brewers get out of their offense in Cincinnati because they're on their way to Atlanta.
They will. We'll just beat the shit out of the Reds and score 52 runs.
Yeah, the Bengals will still have more wins this year than the Reds after tonight.
God. Oh, God.
Terrible. bad. What a
Wow.
terrible stat. Oh, that's awful.
This
Listen,
fucking sucks.
Billy,
Hey,
do I have
look,
to give up
look.
my Reds fan card to now say that Harrison Bader is one of my favorite players in the major leagues? Because Bobby Witt Jr., the Cardinals were playing the Royals this week, and Bobby Witt Jr. hit his first major league home run. And it was one of those that like bounced off of hands in the fans, and then it fell back onto the field. And Bader picked up the ball, and instead of tossing it into the stands or whatever, he chucked it into the fountain in Kansas City. So, like, here's the ball of Witt's first major league home run, and he was just like, "Fuck your ball! It's going in the. It's
What a
going in the
prick
drain."
move, man! What
Dude, that's
prick.
low,
No,
bro.
I loved it. Oh, I loved it. It was
No, that's
so
not
good.
that's not even petty. That's just low
So
because
good.
here's the thing. If it wasn't baseball, I'd be all for it because in most other major sports, if you're gonna make it up to the show, you're gonna be there long enough to like hit that landmark. Like in baseball, it's a home run, a hit. But in baseball, dude, you could be up for like 2 fucking days and get one at bat. You know what I mean? Ask Crash Davis how he feels about that play.
Good pull, Crash Davis.
I was 13. It was the best of my life.
It was the best
was the
time
best.
of my life, man.
It was the
He
best.
had
I didn't
the
have
big fucking
pubes.
marshmallows too to put on the
It was
s'mores.
so good. Oh, chat.
I love the move, and it just shows Harrison's big dick energy with that curly mullet. Like I'm all for it, dude. And he's just like, oh, you're like a highly touted prospect. Oh, son, you're son of another major league. Get the fuck out of here! Like,
I mean, I'm changing my stance. If that was actually the thought process as he was doing it, like, oh, look at me. I'm a fucking son of a major leaguer and a highly touted prospect. Go fuck yourself. And just tossed it off. I'm totally in for that. Totally.
yeah.
So, all right, so
I'm
throwing it
for
into
it.
the fountain it's a double whammy because think about like how many like batting practice balls are in there that they just never get because they're just like, well, whatever. I'm not going in the fountain to pick these up. So they might not even be able to find the actual ball in there. And then if they do, it's waterlogged and soaked and real.
Totally screwed.
I love it. What a great move. What a great move.
Fun fact about Kansas City has the second most fountains in the world.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Fun fact.
Cool.
It's the only thing fun about Kansas City besides the barbecue and Andy Reid.
Okay,
so
good. I was about to get you on the barbecue, Billy, but thank you. Yeah, you nailed that.
All right,
Come on.
let's switch gears here. Let's talk a little football.
First, I want to ask Billy a very serious question because Billy, you strike me as a man.
For real? I got a question for real.
Oh, this is hey, real question. This is real
okay.
question. Real
Okay. All right. Hit
real
me.
question. Because Billy, you're a man that I've grown to respect because you just seem to get life and understand the important things. As such, I would like to know your personal preference when it comes to barbecue style. We talking Kansas City, Texas, North Carolina, like
anything that your mom makes.
This is tough because I was raised on Texas barbecue. Because my grandfather lived in Dallas. He made his own barbecue sauce specifically for brisket, like a good Jew.
Yep. Yes, very much so.
So
with some potato pancakes to boot, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Put a latke brisket, Sammy. Sign us up.
You just kind of soak up them sauces.
I would have to say Texas, but here's the thing, man. With Texas barbecue, it's a lot of just salt and pepper. What Carolina does so well is with the vinegar and the sauce, and they kind of add a couple more elements in there. Nostalgia says Texas. Carolina might take the cake as the more and more I dive in and do my research. But don't sleep on Memphis barbecue, though. That's a nice happy medium.
See, exactly. And I think the thing that goes unrecognized as much too is the viscosity of the Carolina barbecue sauce, because that helps for dipping and saturating around. Whereas with the Texas, it's like, look, when it's in the fire and it's cooking, that's when you're gonna get the best flavor out of it. Once it's plated, there's not as much to go around, and it's a different experience.
Right. Are you asleep or thinking about how good it is?
Holes, like you like have a take and it'll start off okay, and then you just start driving all over the fucking road.
Well, now,
what are you doing?
To be fair,
Busted out viscosity in that ramble.
Yeah, I had that.
What is he started with viscosity, and that's when the bus started to veer. And then it's like he realized, oh my god, I just said viscosity. How do I get this back on track? I don't know. I'll just start talking, and eventually
now,
it'll
Scott,
get back on line.
See, this is where you're misinterpreting
Drew is
it.
the Michael Scott of this show. He just starts talking, and he'll figure it out at some point during.
Because I knew I wanted to say viscosity, but like that's kind of where the plan ended.
Yeah, that's where you built around.
Clearly,
Yeah,
I get it.
I built around it, and I was like, well, Carolina sauce it's much more viscous, if you will.
Viscous.
And then I
Very
didn't
thin.
have
Viscanity.
Mookie, you just stop looking for off ramps when you start talking. You're just like full speed ahead. I'm blowing past these exits. There's no
These
there's
toll
no
booths.
stopping.
I'm just going through.
I would never let you freestyle in my kitchen. I'll tell you that. There's going to be three too many ingredients.
Now, hold on a minute. I
on
take offense to that because I'll tell you what, man. If you let me freestyle, 2 out of 3 times it's edible, but 3 out of 3 times I clean it up.
They'll do like basic ass shops.
I leave your kitchen.
Your
clean.
basket
That's
ingredients
something
are
worth it.
peanut butter, jelly, and bread, and Mookie come out with something fucking out there. And they'll be like,
Yeah,
"Ah,
baby.
He would just show up with ass. If it's peanut butter and jelly, he's already established. He'd be like, "We're eating ass today. Great."
No,
Yeah,
no,
what-
we're eating
yeah.
peanut butter sandwiches and ass.
An ass.
the viscosity of this ass is pretty good.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, this
don't do
penne
that while I
pasta, this penne pasta shouldn't have Twizzlers in it.
And if you really want to double down, you could do PB&J plus a little Skyrosa, and then we eat PB sandwiches and some really primo ass.
Moving on.
Yeah, I didn't think I wanted any sort of viscosity coming out of the ass I was eating.
Co-eds.
Moving on.
Were we talking football?
Football, damn it.
Oh,
Well, it was. We transitioned to football, and we got the Mookie one more thing. And actually,
Oh yeah, because I want to ask him about his
it was
barbecue.
a solid question that went a very unsolid answer and direction.
So what I'm hearing is we stayed on brand.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep.
Christian, how you feel about your boy Ryan Tannehill after this week?
Full support.
Full support.
As long as we're talking about the same thing, yeah, full support.
Are you talking about the
yeah,
draft
there was
pick or his mentorship comment today?
There's a couple of things. First of all, Ryan Tannehill said he was in a dark place after losing to the Bengals. It was actually a very sad quote. He talked about how he was extremely depressed and in a real dark place and had to go to therapy to deal with the fact that he threw 3 interceptions against the Bengals and ended the Titans season. And then he followed that up with saying, when they asked if he should mentor Malik Willis, he was like, I don't think that's my job to mentor him. He basically gave us the fuck them kids of quarterback speech. So you're in full support of it, huh, Christian?
Yeah, as you should. That's like Aaron Rodgers type energy. Like, fuck you guys.
Aaron Rodgers type energy coming off Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers is known as just being a game manager.
Ryan Tannehill's chiseled jaw is likened to Aaron Rodgers. Billy, how'd you feel when Tannehill said he was in therapy because of losing to the Bengals?
Man, your life has to be so good that you have to check into therapy because you lost to the Bengals. Man, I got to fix my demons because of Jesse Bates.
Whoa.
Like,
Whoa.
Jesus.
Get off my boy right there. Get off my boy, Jesse Bates. All right. The
Dude,
third. First
man,
of all,
that's-
put some respect on his motherfucking name. He's Jesse Bates the third.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
But boy, howdy. Good for him.
Boy, howdy.
Laying down on the couch, it's like, I keep having the same nightmare. Jesse Bates just keeps flying over the middle, and every time he picks me off, it's the same fucking nightmare. I'm always throwing these picks, man. I just can't do it anymore.
Yeah, and then the therapist is just sitting there like, well, the last person I talked to was touched by their uncle. This is pretty nice. This is easy. This is great.
Or even more realistically, Billy, they're sitting there going like, oh, you got some nice insurance. All right, so we gonna add on that. We got on that rider. Like we gonna crush this HMO, brother. We're gonna get to the bottom of this problem. That's right. I need to see you twice a day for the next 3 weeks.
The last I got touched by his uncle.
How much did they pay you after being a wide receiver? How much did they pay you for being an NFL quarterback? How'd that work out?
Billy, okay, if I was drinking during that last comment, first of all, spit take earlier. I don't know if you saw that.
I said you were off camera for so long. I was like,
I had to
something
clean up. I spit beer all over it. The Jesse Bates comment that made me. That was a good one.
Oh, NFC with another goal. I'm not even gonna try to be a bit British on this shit.
You have to. And then that last one,
English
chef's kiss. Well done.
Thank you.
Scott, I wanted to talk to you because there was a story that came out this week that it seems like
bullshit. I want to get my Ryan Tannehill take.
Oh, please, yes, please. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine thinking that you were good enough to fucking mentor anyone if your name was Ryan Tannehill? Hey, Malik, go pull up a chair and watch Ryan as he throws a pick on the first play of his playoff game, the biggest game of his life. Yeah, go watch that guy.
He's done it multiple times too, so he'll learn extra hard if you want to say.
Yeah.
If I was Mike Vrabel, I'd be like, hey, Malik, I want you to watch everybody in the building, but don't fucking watch Ryan. First of all, clearly we drafted you to replace that fucking guy. Second of all, did you see this motherfucker in the playoff game? I can't believe anybody would have faith in him. We just got this guy in here, somebody to handle. Like, the only thing you need to pay attention to Ryan is his form and handing off to fucking Henry. That's what he needs to know. Look at how good he looks tucking that ball into Henry's gut. That's all he can learn from fucking Ryan. Malik Willis needs to learn nothing from Tannehill. Not a damn.
Vrabel puts on the film with Malik and he's just like watching and they finish. Then he goes, hey, dude, don't do that. How about that? He's like, I think I can do this pretty easy.
Not be that guy.
Well, do you think this was actually a moment of like actual introspection where Ryan Tannehill realized he's Ryan Tannehill and he's terrible? Because he said, I don't think it's my job to mentor anybody. Yeah, no, it's not. That's 100% right, Scott. So this was just Ryan Tannehill realizing who he was. He's like, this ain't for me. I'm gonna ruin this.
Look, in all of my therapy sessions, I learned that I have to accept that I'm just a really shitty NFL quarterback, and these things are gonna happen. And I might have good days, but they're mostly gonna be bad. And I should just be handing off to Derek. And I don't think that anybody should be watching me to learn how to do this fucking job. Like, it's not my job to have somebody watch me do this job very poorly. All right, like Malik, go watch film of any other quarterback in the league. Go watch any film of any quarterback. That's
also way to be a good Christian and help your fellow man. What a schmuck.
It's just Tannehill realizing there's only two people in the world who believe in him: his wife and Christian. That's it. Everybody else on the planet realizes who he is. And he's like, it's just me and an intern on a shitty podcast. So that's it. That's all I got. No, I shouldn't be mentoring Malik Willis.
Yeah, his wife don't even believe in him win football games, but she does believe in him to win paychecks. Like, she's like, listen, you got to figure this shit out, because if you play your cards right, you can still catch like another 3-4 years in this league, and then I can get that like hot tub on the balcony overlooking the vineyard kind of deal. So
Ryan is about to enter that second phase in his career where he just bounces around for team to team.
Oh, he is going to be journeyman back up.
He's gonna have a 20-year career when we look up at the end of it.
You know
it's
what
going
to
to be the less appealing Fitzmagic. Like just that, like
Fitzmagic that's unlikable.
Which now, Mike, you need to start worrying as a Bengals fan. Like if this guy comes and starts backing that Burrow.
Man, Mike from Belly Up said, is Mike drinking motor oil? It fucking feels like it, man. This stuff is, as Mookie would say, it's very viscous.
Is it
viscosity level?
Because if it's thick, then it's actually not viscous. Viscosity is a measure of flow. So
I don't remember.
I got a flow for you.
Hey, let's hear it, Scott. Lay down that beat. Come on, Caesar. Drop that beat. Let's go.
Scott, I want to talk to you because Caesar got terrified.
That was the most Caucasian thing I've ever heard in my life.
For a second, he was like, "Oh,
what shit? No, this wasn't in the job description. I didn't sign up for this shit."
Caesar was definitely like, "Holy shit, no, I'm Mexican, bro!" Like, no.
That was the most Caucasian shit I've ever heard in my life.
He's like, "I'm Mexican as fuck right now. There will be no."
Go drop a beat, man. I was like, what the fuck?
Did you just tell? Wait, hold on. Now that I think about it, this is extremely racist. Did you just tell one of the minorities on this show to go?
Yes.
Like a minstrel show? Like, hey, clown dance. Make this happen.
Dude, don't try to play that.
Hang on. Nope. Mookie, wait a second. You earned it.
Race card.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
Canceled.
Really? Billy, I'm not going to disagree because that would free up a lot of my time and my liver. But at the same time, this is not going to be the thing that sinks us.
God, did you see the story about the NCAA that came out this week? Apparently, they are getting ready to start cracking down on boosters and the NIL. No more. The NCAA will have no more of these players transferring for extra NIL money. They will have to do it the right way and be recruited and then earn their NIL money like the good Lord intended when we were forced to give them money in the first place. That's how it's going to be. No more of this pay to play. You guys are not allowed. Wait, what's that? Boosters just give money to the athletic departments willy-nilly? That's fine. Ignore that part of it. That's totally okay. But these players will not get whatever they want from the boosters. We are cracking down. This is going to be Mark Emirates' last big stand to the NCAA. He's going to be like, I fixed the NIL. Good day. And then he's just going to vanish into a puff of smoke.
Yeah. Just make it worse for indentured servitude. Fucking, I hate the NCAA so goddamn much.
When's Emirates' term end, actually?
June of 2023 or sooner, depending on if they find a replacement.
My favorite thing about the whole thing with the rules on the NIL is they opened it up, of course, after they fought it for their entire existence or whatever. Then they reluctantly open it up, and immediately every single aspect of it is exploited. And they're like, "Now wait a gosh darn minute, you sons of bitches, you black sons of bitches! Nobody said that you could transfer 4 or 5 fucking times. No, this is not what we wanted. We wanted you guys to get a couple $100 handshakes and keep it moving. Fuck you and changing the landscape and turning this into LeBron land where you're dictating how all this shit's gonna go. This is not what we white rich people signed up.
Whoa, slow.
Yup.
No, Scott.
If the boosters are giving you guys all this money, they're not going to be able to give it to us so that we can give it to Nick Saban. God damn it. This backfired. Son of a bitch.
Nick Saban needs new hair plugs.
Come on now.
We did not foresee this coming. Shut it down.
Yeah.
Well,
actually, I mean, exactly what we foresaw coming and why we were against it from the start. Because even when the justification was, well, the schools aren't paying the players, it's still now coming out of our pocket because they're not giving it to us. Fuck you. You're not allowed to have any. Screw you,
blows
players.
my mind. Is how did they not figure this shit out 5 years ago? Where they're like, hey,
they did.
They fought the good fight forever.
No, not fought the good fight. But I'm just like the government can't figure out how to fucking tax like weed and shit. Like you got to see the writing on the wall that like, okay, maybe not this year, or the next year, but in the next 5 to 10 years, this is going to happen. So let's start to work out a plan so we can profit from it. So then when it does happen, we're not left holding the Jimmy G bag, if you will.
But they do profit from it with all the ad sales.
Yeah,
like they've had the bag forever. They don't need to make any more money.
Billy, they were already profiting that much. It's they need to keep profiting more. Come on, you know how capitalism's work, right?
Well,
But I thought it was a school and a university that they could turn their nose up to and say, "Oh, we're not in it for the money," but they fucking are.
Well,
yeah, behind the scenes, they're basically all Voldemort.
It's everybody showing cards now because Gene Smith, the Ohio State AD, was quoted this week. They were asking him at Big Ten spring meetings about NIL and college football and all this stuff. He was the first athletic director I've ever heard that came out and said, well, maybe we just take the college football programs that have 85 scholarships and they just go under the college football playoff umbrella and not the NCAA. The first time I've heard an AD just be like, you know what, listen, here's the deal.
Let's stop pretending.
These kids are starting to make money and it's fucking with our flow. So what we're going to do is say, fuck the NCAA. We're going to go off on our own. We're going to get the TV bag. We're not going to share with the NCAA. Fuck those cocksuckers. We're going to get this bag. And now we're okay. And okay, go ahead. You guys can make a little bit money on the side because it's not affecting us. Because now we're getting the ad revenue instead of the NCAA using it to, oh, well, thanks. Now you can put on a golf tournament. Great. Good for you. Fuck you. We're keeping the money. Football runs this shit and we're taking all of it. And then you know what's going to happen. If football breaks off, basketball is right behind it.
Yep.
It'll be under like a March Madness thing. College basketball, college football are going to be separate from the NCAA. It's going to be.
They'll just go back to the NIT. I mean, it'll just be the national invite tournament where all that money.
NIT, or they're going to finally recognize the NIT for the value it offers college basketball.
You goddamn
Billy.
right. 69th best team in the land.
Goddamn fucking right.
That's true. You're right.
Also, Mike, I did want to ask a quick question, clarifying. He said the 85 scholarship teams or whatever. Like, so what does that break down into? Is that Power 5 plus
Power
something?
5 essentially.
It's basically
but like the AAC's 85, right? So it's a little bit wider.
I think it's I think it's Division 1A. They're basically saying you can't hold them to the same rules that like FCS is held to, and you can't have them in the same grouping as Division 2 and Division 3 because it's a different animal. And he's right. It is. College football at the highest level is a totally different animal, but it is just hilarious to me.
It's a business.
Now they're like, listen, the NCAA is like, listen, this is cutting into the money that's going to us. So these kids, we got to rein this shit in. And now the ADs are like, well, fuck it. Maybe we just ditch the NCAA altogether. Like, it is all going to crumble, and I am going to laugh.
And that's where I'm saying the NCAA fucked up 10 years ago. They should have seen how this all played out. Like, why do they not have a nuclear option or worst case scenario prepared so that, like, when we got here, they're like, yeah, now we're going to act Project Beta.
Because they were too high on their own supply, dude. They were just like, this will never happen. And then it did.
If there's one thing the notorious athlete taught all of us.
House of Cards and did not care.
They're student athletes. They can't get paid. They can't make money. Student athletes.
Yep.
Which is why when the argument was presented to them, well, this isn't the schools paying them. Why would you be against that? And they still had to fight against it. This is why. Because they're like, son of a bitch. Caesar, your boys down there in Texas.
I was getting ready to kind of pop off. Not but like say something.
Who got poured on diarrhea? Go.
Go ahead.
Hey, what? No. It's because with NIL, Texas had like a crazy week. Well, past like week and a half. Because you have the fuck faces from Oregon who I like, but I'm just pissed off in this scenario. They want to take away one of our starting DBs. And then the piece of shit fucking Lincoln Riley. Who the fuck does this guy think he fucking is? Wanting to take away Xavier Worthy from us? Like, bro, who the fuck do you think you are? Get the fuck out of here. You can't make a fucking brisket
That's
the right
USC
way.
head coach Lincoln Riley to you.
Bro, I'm not going to entertain. Like, oh my
you got football in the house.
Insanity.
Husky football, what?
They offered Xavier Worthy a 7-figure deal.
Randy Edsel at the helm for the longest time just threw up.
Bama football fan. Let's get that out of the way.
And first, and Mike, also understand when you hire an AARP member, you get all kinds of tax breaks. Like, they're not paying his whole salary. It's fine.
How have we gone this long and not known that Christian was an Alabama football fan?
All right, you.
That's something you keep to yourself. Dude.
Yeah, we chose
UConn
to ignore it,
basketball,
sure.
Alabama college football, Denver Broncos NFL, LeBron
That's worse than
NBA.
me, and I'm all over the fucking place.
Christian, national man of mystery. That's what it is.
Kids these days, man. Kids these days.
And then we got
Has anyone ever said?
Oh, my bad.
It's crazy. Anyone ever said Christian looks like Cody Bellinger and just as high as Cody Bellinger?
Like a stone Cody Bellinger.
Gabe saying Texas football with all the crying, laughing emojis.
There's nothing to laugh
Robert
about.
Taylor chiming in. There he is. He said, for the record, he's doing homework and he's drinking Grim Brewing's Key Lime Pie Pop.
5.6.
Also, Robert Taylor.
He's doing homework, man. He's doing homework.
I want to know what the fuck. Why are you doing homework, bro? Like, come on.
I feel like that was
someone in China
he
or something.
accidentally hit that point. It's actually a 56% beer. That sounds that was accidental. Period on that. There's no 5.6.
Well, you know that or Scott, like 5.6 is just like I'm just operating normally beer.
That's his water. 5.
Exactly right. Yeah.
That was expected.
With.
We lost to fucking Kansas. What'd you expect?
Yeah.
You're not shocking me, Nick.
Yeah.
But when Quinn goes to the NFL, when Xavier goes to the NFL, we're gonna be fucking chilling. We're gonna be chilling, buddy. We're gonna be chilling, Gabriel.
You just named.
Except they're going to be in the
Texas
NFL.
was a top. They had the 3rd best recruiting class in 2018.
We always
third
do. We
best in
fucking suck.
2019, like 5th best in 2019, and they had 0 players drafted.
We have
this year.
6 recruits.
And you
left
just
from that
named 2
2019
guys.
class.
Billy, did the Reds just take the lead?
TJ Friel just hit a triple. No, that's just exciting
got a
because
base
it's
runner.
development.
Just happy.
The base runner.
All right,
No,
let's
Texas
overall
is gonna be
development.
great in the SEC. They're gonna do sick. They're gonna do real well.
We are. We have Steve Sarkisian. We're getting all these transfers. We're paying all these kids. We're gonna be good.
Sick.
Plus, you guys got an old school Big 12 hostess program, so you'll be fine in the SEC.
So they'll do real well.
What the
It's
hell
been a
really
while.
happened
Clean
to
up.
Texas that badly? Like, I mean, seriously, no draft picks? God damn.
We didn't have anybody good. Josh Thompson was probably our best player coming out of the
But that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
fucking
Like, how
gosh.
did they fall off?
Their
Like,
piss was probably not clear enough.
Yeah, they did. They were
It was
hydrated.
not high quality pee.
yeah.
It was
low-
Mac Brown. Mac Brown, like not being like an actual coach.
Are we still blaming Mac Brown for something? He hasn't been
I'm
coaching
blaming
like
Mac
years.
Brown for the Tom Herman years.
No,
Like,
no. I'm blaming everyone that's passed. Like Tom Herman sucked. Like Steve Sarkisian sucked last year. Charlie.
Well,
Strong
wait, don't
sucked.
you hold some of that bag as being a fan of the team and you're not holding your team accountable for being
No,
embarrassing?
yeah, dude.
It's like
Like, I'm
6
usually-
coaches ago.
But like the culture, the Texas culture, the Texas boosters
Right.
is what fucks everything up. Like I understand that.
Yeah, well, but how many letters have you written to the AD expressing your displeasure?
There's been like 3.
Guys,
so
I think
3.
I think I dislocated something rolling my eyes at this Texas culture talk.
This
Because
is a
there's
pretty
none.
solid take.
It's toxic as fuck. There's no culture here.
Um,
That's why we lost to
sip-
Kansas.
Sip, chug, drain, pour. 13 being the best years of your life. Texas being a shitty place to play, or a shitty place for college football
Let's give it
coaches.
some time, Robert. Let's give it some time. Like Bijan
Or
Robinson doesn't
Ryan
exist.
Tannehill being the mentor that everybody loves.
All right, I'll go first because it's going to be easy. I'm clearly going to sip on 13 being the highlight of my life. Obviously.
You better marry
like,
that one.
Playing
You better marry
outside
your own
until
meandering
hours
tank.
after the streetlights went off. Like, dude, that was just fucking paradise.
Okay, that's
Yeah, I
Stop
didn't
adding
have-
to the tank, Mookie. Stop adding to the tank.
Yeah. Man, it was so cool. I didn't have nipple hair yet. It ruled.
I mean,
It was
right?
great.
Like, is there nothing more annoying than having to trim
Remember
your
how
own nipple
awesome
hair?
it was to have a bedtime? Oh, it was the best, man.
Oh,
So
Yeah, I had to be
Dude,
told what I could and couldn't eat. It ruled.
Yes, and then on top of that, like the dreams we had about Sporty Spice. Ooh, baby.
Moving on.
Wow,
I was
who?
really hoping I could get
Yeah, I
Billy
was
to
gonna
spell
ask if
that
that was
LaCroix, but I couldn't.
About who?
Okay, hold on. So it's the 3 at the bottom. Christian, go. Sip, jug, drain, pour. Shitty Tannehill. Shitty Texas. And what was the other one?
Shitty Mookie.
Shitty
13.
13. I was gonna say shitty being 13. Go.
Skip Tannehill.
Obviously.
Yeah.
What was
Everybody
Texas
just
and
sticking to their bad
I was just
take.
gonna say everybody's gonna take their bad take. That's why I made them go first.
Rainport 13. Texas.
So
What about all those HAs behind the school,
Coming from
man?
someone who's actually in the peak of their life. It was
Caesar, shitty takes. Sip, jug, drain, pour. Go.
I'm a drain pour, shitty Tannehill. I'm gonna
You're
sit. No,
drain
I'm
pouring Tannehill
Yeah.
over being 13.
Oh wait, fuck.
That's a spicy take.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm
Dude,
putting 13 in the fucking
13.
drain.
Come on, man.
My bad. Yeah, I'm a drain pour
We're
13.
supposed to talk hockey tonight.
Dude, French kissing was like all the rage. That was another plus.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
no, my parents got divorced when I was 7. Like childhood fucking sucks. Anyways,
And then somebody got diarrhea.
And Caesar does it again. Just drops a bomb. Like,
Yeah, you know why they got divorced? Mac Brown.
And
Mac Brown
that
and
son of a
Texas
bitch
got
Jesse
divorced.
Bates over the middle again.
so 13, I'm pouring that shit because that shit fucking sucked. And then I'm gonna sip. I'm gonna what is it? Chug. I'm gonna chug Tannehill, even though I fucking hate him. And then I'm gonna sip Texas football because even though we fucking suck, it's a thrilling experience every year.
yeah, but so you're sipping your shitty culture? Like, I think you did it
I mean,
backwards, man.
No, because like as shitty as we are and as toxic as we can get, like
Look,
I
I
had
think
some of
what
the
you
best
really
times
want to say,
ever.
Caesar, is you want to marry the 13-year-old.
No, I don't want to marry my 13-year-old self.
What?
I was-
Where is this going?
I was fucking depressed. at
Scott
13
started
because I
all.
went to-
Move,
Fuck.
moving on.
Hit it.
Move.
This
Oh
is
my God,
clearly
you've
all
got
Billy's
5
fault,
minutes.
though.
We have 5 minutes. We haven't even done quick hitters with Billy. This is a train
Let's
wreck.
go.
Man. Scott, can you pull up the quick hitters real quick?
I don't have them up.
Oh God.
Oh,
damn
I
it.
got him.
Oh, this is gonna be scary. All right,
It's gonna be
Mookie's gonna
disaster.
do quick hitters. Billy,
Do I have to record the
I don't
answers?
think we
You just
did
want
this
to
the
read them
last
off?
time with you, did we? Did we do the quick hitters with you last time?
I don't think so.
All right, good.
Who
We're gonna do
cares?
quick
We should
hitters.
just do them again.
Real quick, before we do that, though, plug where people can find you because we're going to run out of time during the quick
Okay.
hitters. Where can people find Billy?
You can find me at William the Four on Instagram and Twitter. I don't use Facebook because it's for boomers. And then follow at the New Nasty Boys on Instagram for sure. And if you want to see me live and you're in Cincinnati this Saturday, I will be at the Comet at 8 o'clock. Get tickets at bombsawaycomedy.com. And come check it out. All that fun stuff.
Good room. Good room.
And that's William the Four spelled out Four. Not
I can't wait to be in Northside and just piss people off that have pet
Yeah.
rats. It's great.
Oh boy. All right. So speaking
All
of
right.
which,
We're
Billy,
gonna fire
Plain
this up.
Cake Donuts.
Wait, hang on, Drew. You got to get the whole intro. You got to get ready to go. I know we got.
You only got 4 minutes.
Still, we still got to do this right.
So, Billy, we're
Fire
going to
up.
ask you a series of questions. They're very simple in terms of their response, but they carry a shit ton of weight, man.
So 2 seconds ago, you weren't reading the rules. You're going right into it. Now you're wasting time reading the rules. Fuck
Yeah, well, because fucking Mike said he had to play the music or some shit.
Go,
Quick
Mookie,
hits.
go.
I got it.
Plain Cake Donuts, yay or nay?
What? Sorry, one more time.
Plain Cake Donuts, yay or nay?
Yay. I love the glaze.
Bat
Not
flips,
playing.
yay or nay?
Bat flips, double yay. Get them even higher. Hit the lights.
Love it. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Do you button the shirt from the top down or the bottom up?
Bottom up because I got to get around my fat tummy.
Respect that. Do you zip your pants and then button, or do you button then zip?
Ooh, zip then button because I got to make sure my hog's out of the way, and that's most important.
Attaboy, absolutely right. Are IPAs just pumpkin spice lattes for white dudes?
Yes,
Perfect.
because there's variations of bitter, but then there are so many other flavor profiles that you can add to and take away from. IPAs are great, but yes.
Beautiful. Well explained. Chicken wings, drums or flats?
Flats, because then you pull them apart and you get more in the middle. You have to twist and then pull the bone out. It's just like Jenga that you can eat.
I always twist and pull the bone. Keep going.
Yeah. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Depends on the other condiments, but I'm going to say nay because it burns the roof of your mouth. It's just like a little atomic bomb waiting to fuck up your evening.
That's the best wrong
my
answer
God.
I've ever heard. Coke or Pepsi?
Coca-Cola. Pepsi can lick all the way from the base of my penis to the tip of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Pepsi's like being 13. Go.
Understood. I can take that in and understand that.
The only good thing about Pepsi, Mountain Dew.
Good shout. That's it.
All right, so we're getting to the heart of it. I'll try to go quick. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No. Hot dog's a hot dog. Taco's a taco. My ass is my ass. Eat it, eat it.
Well done. Topanga or Kelly Kapowski?
Topanga. Tapping that ass.
No wrong answer there, but also well said. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes, because it's set in Christmas, and you can't not have Die Hard around Christmas time.
That's completely wrong, but you have one last chance to redeem yourself and earn an invitation back on this show.
Ask him the fucking question.
Sound off, on, or AirPods when watching porn?
AirPods, because then I'm in my own little space jacking it, and it works better with my VR headset that I have plugged in.
Thank you, Billy, for participating in Craft Food Sports Dictators.
What a perfect time for the music to end. That was very awkward. Mookie, stop taking artistic liberties with the questions. They were there and written for a reason.
Billy, that was in the doc.
So much, man. It was awesome hanging out with you, dude.
Thanks for having me. I'll do it anytime.
Yes, you're welcome back anytime because it was a damn good time. Everybody was banging their beers. They were good beers. Everybody's banging them at different various degrees. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Be sure to check out the show every Wednesday night right here on YouTube. Subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to follow the show at Crafty Sports on Twitter and Instagram. We are on Facebook because we are still boomers, so go hit us up there. And shout out bellyupsports.com. Go hit them up, bellyupsports.com for tons of amazing content. We will see you guys later. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
This motherfucker stole my son off. Goddamn.
Where are you going to go?
Son of a bitch.